Hi everyone, Nisha here. I'm so excited to do the Tarot Advent idea that Kelly Bear came up with. It's really cool. I'm always trying to figure out ways to post regularly. I love doing it, and I am tarot tube obsessed. So I'm gonna do a rundown of my deck options. I thought I could stop at 3, but I have 9, so I'm going to go through them very quickly. The first one is the Tarot Avatara. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I love it so much and it's so well done, the artwork, everything. You'll have seen this before, but the challenging part for me is, there's this chunky guidebook, is that it's a Thoth-based deck, and I actually really like the Thoth system, but it's the art that's really challenging for me, or not the art, it's Diego. It's Diego, and there's something about me. I think like my love for Frida and her life is so fierce, and for her art and for just how she's just like impacted so many of us in such amazing ways, but it created so much pain for her. And I know it's easy to demonize people, especially people in the past that just kind of, we pick and choose what we need, right? But having it in my tarot deck, I don't know, like it's just been difficult for me. But so I really want to work with it, and I think doing something like this would help me work with that aspect. The second one is this Illuminated Shadows, I think, deck by Carol Herzer, which is really nice. It's my only Carol deck. And I think I really like this deck. But I think a part of it again is just, like the art. It's some of the faces are, I really like the colors, but there's just something that's not congealing with me in the deck. And so I really want to give it a chance to like marinate with me, and just really, I want to spend some solo time with it, because I think it is like, the colors are great, and I love her artwork and her idea, like Carol's idea of creating these decks. And so I just really want to give myself and the deck a chance. The third one is the Gnostic Tarot by Chris Leach, and it comes with a really huge guidebook. And it's the same guy who created the Odyssean Tarot, which I also got. It's a stunning deck. These are the backs. It's a stunning deck. And you guys, I'm getting a new camera. I'm sorry, I don't know. The iPhone used to be okay, but anyways, so I really want to spend time with it. I think a part of it is I want to overcome the fact that I still have issues when things are so binary, especially when it comes to religious aspects, or kind of like the godly aspects of who we are as humans, and how we are told to present ourselves. I love the deck. I love the art. I love his writing. I don't necessarily agree with everything, and that stops me from using these decks fully. So that's why I want to use this Gnostic deck. The fourth one is the Black Lily by Aya Rosen. I love it. I love the size. I love the art. She definitely has a voice that I really enjoy. And I just haven't really spent a lot of time with the deck. I just like how raw it is, and I just want to enjoy it for what it is. And so that's something that I'm thinking about as well. The fifth deck is the Circle of Doors Tarot. So this is the photographic deck that a lot of people know about, and it's controversial, I think, or I find it to be a bit controversial because of the Tower card. And I actually came across this deck and I noticed the Tower card, and this was a while back, like a long time ago, and I didn't get the deck specifically for that reason. But then I came across it again and I didn't realize, and I guess I didn't see the Tower card and I didn't realize it was the same deck. So I bought it, then I got the deck in my hands, and then I saw the Tower card and I was like, oh no, it's that deck. So in some ways I've been trying to figure out how to work with it. I was thinking I might like put a Post-it note over the Tower. Well, actually I did do that. I put a Post-it note and I drew a heart on it. So I didn't look at the image. But then, you know, with these decks, it's like I look to these decks, where I work with these decks with myself and other people and situations, because I think that there is something, there's an energy that's created, and I want that energy to be empowering. And maybe it's just too soon to use that image, because I think of that if that was my father or, you know, my mom, or, you know, just a loved one whose picture is infamous in that way, I wouldn't want people remembering them just for their death. I don't know that this, I believe this person, I think he's been confirmed. I think people know who he is. And I don't know the story. Like, I feel I've done my due diligence. I tried to look for explanations behind the reasoning behind the Tower deck. And I've brought this up to a couple of people, and some people have said, well, you know, no one has to really defend their art. That's what art is. And you don't have to necessarily use it. You know, so there's that. Other people use the deck like it's their soul deck and have not really discussed the Tower card. And I don't know if it's maybe that they're not aware of the image, or whatever the reason is, I don't know. But I want to work with it because I really enjoy the deck. It'll give me a chance to help me know how to work with the deck, because I do want to work with the deck. I might pull the Tower card out. I might sort of have like a replacement idea. So anyways, I would love to hear how you've worked around it. I have the deck. I am most probably going to keep it. I want to know how to work around it. I don't know if I should remove the Tower, if leaving the Post-it note, covering that image on the Tower and leaving the card in the deck. I don't know. It still has that energy though. You know, like I know what's underneath. So that's kind of preventing me. So I'd love to hear really what you think, because I'm trying to figure that out. So, okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th deck. This is the United States of Tarot. I love this deck. It's an Etsy deck. I got it, I want to say in 2020? No, maybe before then. And it's hysterical. I know. Sorry for that jump scare. So it has all kinds of images. And I think it's brilliant. I think it, like these images, a lot of people know, like here are the Kennedys. So I think these archetypes will work regardless of who's in office. I am kind of sad about some of the people that are in the deck, but you know, that's what, oh, I just spent the card. That's what tarot is, you know? So I want to get involved with what's happening in my country. And there are a lot of tarot tubers who do political things or incorporate tarot into how they voice their opinions. And I think just in general, especially for typically marginalized communities or voices that aren't typically heard, everybody should be putting out podcasts or YouTubes or Instagrams or TikToks about their opinions and why they, and I'm not just talking about like snarky, but just like where they're coming from, because I think that's important. Even if no one watches it, I think that's just, it gives you also a way to frame how you think about things, why you think about things. And it's really interesting to go back like maybe 6 months later after a bunch of other things have happened. And you go back to that video and you're like, wait, I thought that, or why did I think that? Or, you know, it just, it's a good diary. And I think for the political environment in the US right now, and I'm, you know, approaching middle age. So it's just something that I wanted to figure out how to put my voice out there using the creativity of tarot when it comes to politics, but also not be inflammatory or too like lukewarm, because I think part of the issue is that only the extremes are heard. And I'm all for people having opinions, like having opinions and not being so like both sides about everything, because that's also harmful, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th one is this tarot of magical correspondences. I always forget the last word. And it's this guy, I think he's in Sweden. I'm forgetting his name. Eugene Vinitsky. And it's a beautiful deck. It has this guidebook. And these are the backs. And it's a pretty pricey deck, but I thought it would be like a really good study deck. They're laminated. I guess they're a collage deck. It's really well done. It did have gold gilding, but it was like a lot of the gilding on decks really itch my hands. They make my hands itch. So I, you know, slightly sanded off the gilding. That's why it looks like that. But I do that with a lot of my decks that have that really hard gilding. But anyway, so I have not really worked with it, but this might be like too deep to work and like too intense to do every single day. But I really like it. So I thought this could be a good time to sort of delve in. Okay, and then so my last ones are this tarot of Mira Tarot. And this is also an Etsy deck. And, you know, I'm Indian, I'm Hindu, born and raised here. So I just want to like, you know, I'm a product of being born and raised in a primarily Christian, you know, Abrahamic religion country. And, but I also have a lot of course, Hindu and Indian influences. So I'm kind of like, you know, and I'm first generation and, you know, this is my home. So it's like reconciling these ideas, looking at the spirituality of it. And I'm not looking for a definitive answer, but I'm just looking to find myself also have my spiritual practices reflect also where I'm at and who I am. I love this gilding. So I thought the art was really, really cool. I don't know, because some of the Indian Hindu decks I've come across, I just haven't really resonated with the images or the meanings. These are the backs. So it's really pretty. I like how it's been drawn. I'm not a big fan of the perfection of how bodies are represented across tarot and across religion in general. I think that needs to be updated in a way, and it does come with a guidebook. But I thought that would be a good way to start like really thinking about my practice and how to incorporate things, because I'm also taking another Vedic astrology course starting here in January. So that's going to be another added thing. And I've taken Western astrology, numerology, of course, tarot I've been dabbling in since 2015 really seriously. over the last few years, and I've been practicing professionally now. I have a video about that, but so I'm just wanting to continue to grow in that way. It's important for me. And so like that leading to the last one, which is the Swagatham Tarot. This is the one that's 90 cards, and like they also like missed, I think it's one card, the Emperor or something, that for some reason like they keep forgetting. I don't know, and they forgot it in my deck too, but I got it used, like, so anyways, but it's a really cool deck. I really like the artwork, actually. I think the coloring of the skin is really nice. I love the dress. I think for some reason I just really relate to this one a lot more, but I really haven't figured out a way to use it like in a way that's really meaningful for me. Maybe I just haven't spent time with it enough. So anyways, I think Kelly Bear's video was 19 minutes, so I'm trying to really get through it. And I think I showed you the guidebook. Anyways, so the one I'm leaning towards is the Circle of Doors Tarot, just because it's kind of like, I feel like it's just kind of like looking at me and saying, what are we gonna do? You know? So, I'm probably gonna go with this one. My other options are either the Mira Tarot or the Swagatham. So I would say this is probably 1, 2, 3, but I would like to know what you guys think, or if any of y'all are going to be doing these decks. And so anyways, I'm excited to do this, and I look forward to seeing your videos. Have a great Sunday. I can't believe it's December 1st, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.